later if they missed it. And like I said, I was going to put the announcement up a little earlier, and then it was like 1:30, and I thought it's a little early. I'll wait a little bit, and then I got busy running around. Next thing you know, it's 2 o'clock. But thanks for the heads up there. I got emailed about. Okay, either way, I think I'm ready now to get started. So I hit record already, and I'm going to go ahead and share the screen. Okay, here's just a little update today. Now, we're not doing a Zoom tomorrow. I normally don't do them on Friday. I usually don't have anything to say on Friday. By then, I've already covered 3 times what's going on for the week. So I put a bunch more slots in to be graded, but since a lot of this stuff wasn't due until today or tomorrow or whatever, I obviously haven't graded it yet. I wait at least till after the due date to grade things. Now, if I go through the grading once, and I might put question marks if you don't have it submitted, then try to let me know if you do submit it late, because I probably will get back through it eventually, but you may want me to check it sooner than I get back to it. So feel free to do that. Also, what I put up here in the normal contact area, this is something new I put in here. I put in the Rio Zoom Recordings YouTube channel. So if you click on that, you will get all of my Zoom recordings. Now, yeah, some of them are for other classes. They're not all for this class. But let's say you missed, you can't remember which ones you missed or something like that. Maybe it's Thursday and you missed Monday and Tuesdays or something. You now have an easy place for them to go. And this here is something I got to delete. I'll delete that layer. It has nothing to do with what we're doing. But this is where I put up I also put up tutorials up here. So it's not just the Zoomings. If I make some tutorials and stuff, that'll go in here also. So just a second. Oh, and just to let you know, there's no iMovie on that computer. Sorry about that. If that was loud, but I had to tell somebody that was coming in to use a computer that's being updated and hasn't been fully updated yet. Okay, so that's what's going on with the videos, the Zooms and stuff. Now, first week is long gone. There were a few people who were a little confused on this one here. It just is a real short assignment. I just wanted you to be aware of the fact you can get Office 365 for free. And we're going to be it's going to be a big part of this class. We're going to be doing a bunch of stuff in Microsoft Word. We're going to be doing a bunch in Excel, and we're going to be doing some projects in PowerPoint. So if you have your school computer, you have those already on there. And I'll talk about that more when we start those assignments. If you plan to use a personal computer, now would be a good time to try to get that software. So if you run into glitches or problems getting it, we can work it out before you have to use it for an assignment. So if you got your own personal computer, or you may want it, maybe your family wants to use it, it's free. It saves you like $150. Also, the Adobe stuff. Now, what's the Adobe stuff? You guys probably heard of Photoshop. We're going to be doing some stuff with photo editing, so you might want that. If you're into video editing, it's got some excellent video software, including Adobe Premiere Pro. It's got web design software. It's got graphic design software like Illustrator. It's a really great package of software. And you don't have to download all of it. You can just download what you want. And normally that would cost you hundreds of dollars a year, even on a student discount. So you can get that for free with the school login. So that's why I have that little assignment there. Now, last week we did the 15 tips for Google Docs. I started with the premise that all of you have used Google Docs before. Now, there could be somebody out there who hasn't, but the majority probably have used Google Docs. So rather than just start with how to use Google Docs, since most of you used it and know the basics, I thought we'd just jump right into some tips and tricks and stuff. There might be some things you don't know. Same with Google Drive. You probably have all used Google Drive a little bit. But I want you to learn Google Drive better, get more comfortable with it, know how to make folders with it. I also threw in there about making a screenshot. That's a good skill to have, because not just for my class, but for classes you might take in college or something in the future, or even other high school, it's not uncommon they have you make something and do a screenshot. That's quite common. So knowing how to do screenshots on whatever computer you're using is a good thing. You don't even need special software for that, just keyboard shortcuts and stuff. The tech terms. This is a big project, and it is due yesterday. So you should have gotten these done. Now, I see some people in this class haven't submitted them yet. I won't embarrass them by clicking there, but do a really nice job. And this here is a tutorial video about making it and finding that one graphic that has the megahertz on it. These are the terms just in a list that you can copy and paste from. And this is the computer lit. This is my sample version. So yours should look something like this, except it's going to be in Google Docs most likely. And I should have pictures where I have pictures. Where I don't have pictures, you don't need to have them. But most all of them got pictures on it. That little video there shows you how to find this graphic right here. It's pretty easy to find. It shows you how to do the search and get it. Once you do that, that's most of your definition right there. Okay. Yeah, most of this here is pretty easy. Now, I've been over this before, so that's why I'm not going over it much right now. There is one here, files and folders coming up. Now, I happen to find a graphic that says files and folders, but you do not have to do this. If you want to do it, that's okay. But if you want to just type in files and folders and just find pictures that look something like that and put down below, that would be fine too. I just happen to find one that fit there. Okay. So I've been over this before. I've talked about it a few times. You can do searches, find images. Like for browsers, there's 3, Safari, Chrome, and Firefox. Do a nice job with the layout. Make sure all your key terms. Now, this isn't true on mine here, so I'm kind of telling you to do something that unfortunately I didn't do on all these. But well, I did at the beginning to show people. I like these here to be in rotating different colors. So just randomly like do a red and do a green and do a blue and do a purple. And then after you get through like 5 or 6 or 7, you can start rotating the same colors again if you want. But I don't want them to be the default color. So if you want full credit, make sure you did that. And if you didn't do it, go ahead and fix it, resubmit it. I'll just tell you up front and be honest with you. I'm not going to grade them till at least Sunday. Okay. So, being you're in the Zoom or you watch the Zoom, at least you get to know that information. Okay. So that was carry into this week, but you should have that done by now. If you don't get that done, get it in ASAP. This week, I asked about capability to add video because we're going to be editing video at some point. Now, you do have certain capabilities are not great on your school computer, so everyone should be able to do it because you have a school computer. And if you got some other capabilities, I want to know about that. So there's not much you have to do here. It's actually very simple, but do make sure you get that in, or should have been in already. Teens and social media, that's due today. That should be interesting. You get to watch these couple of short videos about teens and social media, and got a little assignment to go with it. It should be pretty self-explanatory. Google Boys. I talked about this Tuesday, but that's a fascinating story. Watch the documentary. It's pretty interesting. It's about 47 minutes long. Then you got some questions to do with it. So if you can watch it on one screen while you doing your questions on another, or you can just watch it in its entirety and then come back and do the questions. And if you get stuck on some, you can do some Google searches, and that too may help you out. And Google Photos, I think you'll find that really useful. If you're not already using Google Photos, it's great. It's free. It's great for storing your photos. There's a little bit of editing capabilities in there. And I even with my iPhone, even though I back my iPhone up to iCloud for the Apple stuff, I also back it up to Google Photos. Why not? Why not have 2 sets of places where all my treasured photos go? And, you can use it to organize stuff and share stuff, and it's free, and it's part of your Google apps. So it's a good thing to learn. So these are all really practical stuff. We're focusing on Google Apps. We're focusing on some issues like intro technology, intro tech terms, social media a little bit, Google. So that's what we've done so far. We're going to continue with, we're always going to occasionally do some Google or Google app stuff on occasion, or use it as a tool for doing other things. We'll soon be getting into Microsoft Word, so make sure you're comfortable with Word. When you have the school laptop, when you first open it up, those little tiles you see in the windows there, one of them will say like Microsoft Office 365 or whatever. And when you click it, it takes you to an online only version of the Office. And the online only version is not what you want to use because it's kind of like Docs and that on Google. It's limited. It's got limited capabilities. It's not the full version. The one you want to do on the school laptop is click the bottom left corner. It's almost hidden, like a little square down there, bottom left corner. You click it and it brings up a list of all the applications on your school laptop. And then you scroll down, you can find Word and Excel and PowerPoint. And that's the full real version of those programs. That's what you're going to want to use. So that's where we're at right now. So wrap up all these assignments and do a good job. And that's pretty much what I got for you today. I'm going to stop sharing this here. I don't know if you got any questions about anything, or is everybody okay? Okay, I don't see any question, and no one unmuted, and no one put any questions in the chat, so I think we're all set here. You can text me or email anytime if you got questions. Just keep plugging away at it, and it's not too hard. So everyone have a great day, and be careful out there if the weather turns bad. It's going to get real cold next week too, so we got some interesting weather coming up. We're it's Spirit Week next week. I know you guys aren't here at school, but we'll be doing Spirit Week stuff. It's not the same without everybody here, but we'll make the best of it. And we will have HCTV coming out, so I'll be sending that out to everybody when we get that ready, either late tonight or tomorrow. So have a great day. Take care. Nice to have you come join me here. I appreciate it. Yep. Take care, Hanson. Take care, Matt. Take care, Cassidy.